All right, let's get real about NEET. Forget all the noise, the random tips, the last-minute hacks. Today, we're not just talking about a plan. We're building the definitive, no-excuses blueprint to crack this exam. This isn't about wishing for a good rank. It's about engineering one. We're going to turn this massive, daunting mountain into a clear, step-by-step path you can walk every single day.
So here's our game plan. First, we're going to completely reframe what this exam is all about and just shatter a huge myth that holds so many people back. Then, we'll lay out your practical daily blueprint, what you need to do day in and day out. After that, we'll dive deep into the battle plan for each subject. Then comes the crucial part, forging an unbreakable mindset. And finally, I'm going to show you how, when you follow this system, getting selected stops being a maybe and becomes the only logical outcome.
Okay, first things first. Before we even think about picking up a textbook, we have to deal with the single biggest mental barrier that stops so many brilliant students dead in their tracks.
You know this question, right? It's the one that keeps you up at night. Do I have to be some kind of born genius to get a top rank? Is this whole game rigged for just a few super intelligent people? Well, let's get to the truth right now.
And boom, this right here, this one idea, changes the entire game. NEET is not an IQ test. It is a test of execution. It is a solvable problem. And you know what that means? It means that anyone, and I mean absolutely anyone, who is willing to follow the system, to complete the syllabus, to repeat it, and to build accuracy, can win this thing. The door is wide open for you.
So, if it's a game of execution, then you need a map. A really good one. It's time to stop wandering around guessing what to do next. Let's build that map, that no excuses blueprint, right here.
Listen up, because this is crucial. These are your non-negotiables. This is your entire toolkit. We're eliminating all the confusion, no more jumping between 10 different books or watching a million random videos. This list right here, this is your whole world, your arsenal. Your job is to master it, period.
And this, well, this is the rhythm of a champion. This isn't just a random schedule. It's a system, a machine designed around your body's natural energy levels. You hit the high-focus, memory-heavy stuff like biology first thing in the morning. You tackle problem-solving in physics when your brain is sharpest. It's like a factory assembly line, and the final product is your success.
All right, now for the battle plan. You can't just charge in with the same weapon for every fight, right? Each subject is a different kind of beast, and each one needs its own unique strategy to conquer.
First, you have to understand the battlefield. Look at these numbers. Biology is a whopping 360 marks. That's half the paper. That's your ticket to the game. It's what gets you selected. But physics and chemistry, they're the rank deciders. They're what separate the people who get in from the people who get a top rank.
For biology, the strategy is total, complete immersion. The NCERT textbook is not a book, it is the book. It's your Bible. The plan says you need to read it at least 5 times until every single diagram, every table, every example is just burned into your brain. And here's the golden rule. For every 1 hour you spend reading, you must spend 1 hour solving MCQs. It's all about that balance.
Now, let's talk about the fear killer, physics. So many people get this wrong. They think it's about memorizing 100 different formulas. That is a losing game. The real secret, the key to unlocking this subject, is concept clarity. It's about understanding a concept so deeply that you can take one formula and apply it to 10 different problems. That's how you destroy the fear.
Chemistry is an absolute goldmine for scoring, but you need a 3-pronged attack. For physical chemistry, it's simple. Formulas plus a ton of practice. Just grind it out. For organic, it's all about understanding the reaction mechanisms, the why and how, and revising them every single day. And for inorganic, we go right back to our old friend, pure line-by-line memorization from the NCERT.
Okay, we've got the schedule, we've got the strategies, but none of it, not a single bit of it matters if you don't have the mental toughness to actually do it. This next part is where the real war is won, the battle inside your own head.
This is probably the most important mental shift you can possibly make. You have to stop thinking, I'm preparing for NEET. That's temporary. That's weak. From this moment on, your new identity is, I am a NEET student. This is my job. You are a professional. You clock in, you do the work, and you clock out. It's not about feelings, it's about your profession.
I'm going to tell you a secret. Forget motivation. Motivation is flaky.
It's a fair-weather friend. It will abandon you on your worst days. Success isn't built on feeling excited. It's built on the mechanical, almost boring act of just showing up. Every single day. Especially on the days you feel completely empty. That's what separates the winners from everyone else.
So instead of waiting for motivation to strike like lightning, you're going to build your own. You're going to replace it with a system. You track your study hours. You keep a running count of every MCQ you solve. You plot your test scores on a graph. Why? Because seeing those numbers go up, seeing that visual proof of your progress, that becomes your fuel. It's a feedback loop that's 1,000 times more powerful than any motivational speech.
And this is the ultimate rule for mental discipline. This is your safety net because you will have bad days, days where everything goes wrong and you just want to quit. This rule forbids it. You are not allowed to quit on a bad day. The only time you're allowed to quit is on a perfect day, when you're on top of the world. And guess what? Nobody ever wants to quit on a perfect day. It's a genius little mind trick to keep you in the game.
Okay, let's bring it all home. When you take the external blueprint, the books, the schedule, the strategies, and you combine it with that unbreakable internal mindset, something truly incredible begins to happen. Success stops being a hope. It stops being about chance. It just becomes inevitable.
Just look at that number, 20,000 plus. That's how many questions you will solve by just following this plan. That's not magic. That's not a miracle. That is the raw, undeniable result of showing up and putting in the work day after day after day. This is the path. This is the formula. When you meet these 4 conditions, the outcome is no longer in doubt. You've finished the syllabus properly, you've mastered the core textbook, you've done a massive volume of practice, and you've learned from every single mistake. At that point, getting selected isn't a surprise. It's just the logical conclusion. So if you remember nothing else, remember this. This exam doesn't care who is the most talented. It rewards the student who is the most obedient to the plan. The one who becomes boringly consistent. The one who just puts their head down and does the work every day without the drama, without the excuses.
So, the blueprint is right here in your hands. The path is laid out perfectly. The only thing standing between you and your goal now is action. The only question left to answer is, what is the one single task from this plan that you are going to get up and execute today?